What's good, and good morning from Cape Town, South Africa. We're going to go over Bitcoin, guys. The drop that we predicted has come to fruition here. So we're going to go over the technical analysis. Currently, we're sitting at 47,782. We're down about 0.64 on the day. We're sitting at a market cap of 898 billion. 24-hour volume is 31.65 billion. Guys, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest crypto growing app. Receive $25 in crypto just for signing up through my referral. So we're going to start here on the 4-hour time frame. So I talked about this double top, triple top, and I was not seeing a lot of other analysts looking over this pattern. Most were looking at the inverse head and shoulders and expecting a throwback. But I said, due to the weakness of the bulls and due to the fact that there were a lot of short positions for the altcoins by the whales, I think we're going to drop down. And that's exactly what happened here. We came right down to our target 47084. It's so funny. When we started to see this little bit of throwback yesterday, a guy commented on my last video and he put a timestamp exactly where I said, I could be wrong, guys. We could see that bullish pattern play out. My bias is towards the downside, but if we throw back in and head towards 50K, then I think the bulls would be back in control. And he puts a timestamp exactly where I said that. And he's like, yeah, you're wrong. Like, bro, you're just waiting to chew me out. I definitely will be wrong sometimes. We're all going to be wrong. All of us that do TA, we might have a bias towards the upside and towards the downside. And sometimes it goes the other way. But this one, it played out to the downside. We reached our target 47084. Guys, this is the crucial level of support. I do believe if we lose this support, guys, we will head down to these levels of support here because we'll be breaking this swing low, which is pretty bearish, guys, right around 45,745, the support in this area here. And then we have 44K. I can move this down a little bit, right down here at 44K. Now there's another pattern that I just noticed today, and it's a descending triangle, just like this. Pull this out. So what you may see is we come up, we hit resistance, and we come back down. And if we do break down from this triangle, we'll give you the bearish and the bullish breakout target here. So you measure the body, it would bring Bitcoin down here to about 43K. Now, does that mean we'll come all the way down to 43K? It is a possibility, guys, but as you know, when we're in a very powerful uptrend, we rarely meet our technical targets for large bearish patterns. So just keep that in mind, guys. If we were to break to the upside, if the bulls broke through this resistance here, it would break our previous high at 50K and it would send us up. Depending on where we break out, guys, maybe we break out down here. Let's say we break out right around here. We come up, we hit resistance, we come back down, we find support. The bulls step in, we break through. It would take us up to about 51K. So I would keep an eye on this pattern here. Also keep an eye on this level of resistance from our double top. We may come up and hit it as resistance once again. As you can see here on the 4-hour chart, we are back underneath the EMAs. We're about to have the bearish cross. So if we can't get above them here, this is the bull's last chance in my opinion, or I do think we'll come down to 45 and most likely 44K. As you can see here on the daily, we are currently holding the 20 EMA, but if we do break down here and come down to these levels of support, it will allow us to find support here along the 55. And then if we come over to the weekly time frame, you can see here, we are still a little bit overextended. And if we were to break down here, let me just grab it right here from our descending triangle. Oh, how absolutely humiliating. Just let me open it up here and grab it. Come on, little baby. Oh, yeah. It would bring us right down to the 20 EMA, 43K on the weekly going into next week. Always wait for your confirmation, guys. If you lose this level of support, that's a nice little short trade. And if you break out with some volume here, that's also a beautiful long trade opportunity here. So let's hop into the 1-hour time frame. So we can see here on the 1 hour, we found support on the golden ratio. We had a relief bounce. We did have a bullish divergence, which I let them know in the Discord as well as in my ADA video. On the 30-minute time frame, I said, hey guys, we're having a bullish divergence. And we saw a nice little bounce here. And then of course, we didn't see that bullish volume. I had entered a trade, but I exited it pretty quick because I didn't see the volume I would like to see for a clear breakout to the upside. I did make a little small profit here. And then the bear stepped up once again with some strong volume, pushed the price back down. And you can see here we bounced off the RSI once again. The 1 hour RSI is my favorite indicator to play bounces. Sometimes I'll trade a relief bounce. It's a bit more of a risky trade in my opinion, just because the bullish volume isn't strong. But if you're watching it like a hawk, you can make a nice little profit off these little relief bounces here. So you can see when we come down to 30 or underneath 30, we usually have a nice little relief bounce right here, relief bounce right here, relief bounce right here as well. So those are tradable patterns, but in my opinion, you do have to watch it closely, because as you can see here, the relief bounce may not last that long before the bears take back control once again. So we came right down to the level of support I dropped in, 46775. We bounced off of it perfectly. We created a little bit of a double bottom here, and we broke out. We tested the 0.5, which is at about, let me drop this down, 47993. We hit some resistance here. And currently we're finding support on the golden ratio at 47534. So for the bulls to step up here, this is their last chance before a larger correction in my opinion. We'd have to hold the support of the golden ratio here. If we're not able to hold the support and trend back upwards, I do think that's when we'll see us come down to about 44K. If I open it here on the 4-hour chart, when we'll come down to this level of support, 44K. We could bounce here about 45. There is support in this area. But right now I'm focused on this descending triangle. It is a bearish pattern, guys. There's a higher likelihood of it breaking to the downside. So if it does break down, I'll definitely be entering a short trade. And then if we do break to the upside here, I would have to see some serious volume, because the bulls aren't showing a lot of strength in my opinion. If we come over here to Viewbase, you can head over to viewbase.com. Short positions for BTC USD have increased 10% over the last 24 hours. If we come over to whale positions, there isn't a whole lot of movement. Most of the alts are still underneath 50%. For whales that are long, most are sitting around 45 to 49% of whale positions that are long. That means more whale positions are currently shorting the altcoins. So do keep that in mind, guys. So just keep an eye on this pattern. I wanted to make you guys aware of this descending triangle, and your target to the downside is 43K. Now, if this does break down, I'll give you a little bit of insight on how I trade. So if we come down to this level of support and I notice that we're not able to break underneath it, we're not breaking underneath it very quickly, usually I'll take profits off the table, 25, 30%. But usually I'll wait, because what can happen is it will hit a level of support for a little while and then it will break down. And then we come down to our next level of support, 44,198. If we start to backtest it as support, I start seeing some green candles, I'll take more profits off the table, another 25, 30%. In most cases, when we're in a strong uptrend, if I'm shorting the market, I'll take my whole position out right here, just due to the fact that we don't always reach our technical target. And I'm usually happy with the amount of profits that I've made. As you can see here, see how we came down, we sold off. So if I was in a short position and I started to see this green candle here, I'd most likely lock in a good majority of my profits, especially if I saw some volume. You can see here there was a nice increase of bullish volume. I'd most likely lock it in. If my technical target was down here at 43K, I wouldn't wait, because you can have that throwback to the upside, especially in a powerful uptrend. So just a little bit of trading insight with Jax. So make sure to sign up to Bybit, guys, my favorite platform for leverage trading. Receive up to $1,600 in bonuses. Check out the Discord, follow me on social, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love. Take care.